Was birthed and brought up in Badagry, but I do not know any history. Come with me, let's tour Badagry Heritage Museum. So I got to learn that slave trade initially started in Saudi Arabia, but they came into African countries because they lacked slaves to colonize.
One leg of Batomi, one leg of Peter.
These are pictures, real-time pictures of the slaves, and these are some objects many of them were pleaded for.
Dr. John Hawkey and Felix Zazoza.
Who were in charge of the slave trade?
Yes, they were doing they were the merchants doing the business. This man from Brazil, he later settled down in Ouidah in the Republic of Benin. This man from British, while this man from America, and this one from Portuguese. This Portuguese slave dealer called George Flamengo, he later died here in Badagry, and he was buried beside the present Alcan's Palace here in Badagry. That is his tomb you are seeing.
This is where the slaves drinks from. With their hands chained behind them, they will bend over and drink, some of them getting injured from the metal. This is the real bowl. This is where the slave masters keep important documents. Now, this is how they were being transported. The slaves were being transported. This is the deck. The upper deck is for the slave masters, and the lower deck, that image you are seeing there, the one beneath the ship, that is how those slaves were being arranged for like 3 months that they will be transported out of the country through sea. Now, I was so amazed at how many human beings were being exchanged for this battle equipment or whatever it was called. 100 slaves, 100 human beings.
For those who committed adultery, rape, or rebel against the master, this is how they were hanged to death. This is for the female type, and this is for the male type. This one is called sit on your head. This is lay by your side. He will remain there dying gradually till he or her will go. That is the point. But seeing a running away slaves, and all these dogs were trained how to go after a running away slaves.
Now, this was a couple. The man was castrated, that is, his kidney was, I don't know, surgically removed or so. So he won't be able to mate with his wife. Meanwhile, the slave masters were mating with the female slaves so that they can give birth to more slaves, just so the slave trade cannot come to an end. Imagine that. These are some pictures of female slaves giving birth to kids for the slave masters, who also planned on using their own kids as slaves. Their mouths were being shut so they won't be able to eat the produce when they are working on farms, so that they won't be able to run their masters to debt. Now, luckily, these kids that those female slaves gave birth to, they fought against the slave trade. That you can see Martin Luther King and so on. This woman was called the Iron Lady. She helped 300 slaves to escape when she was able to escape from the slave masters. We finished with the slave trade history, and they showed us some Badagry history, but we can also see Brazil practicing Shango. They call it Xango devotee in Brazil, and Oshun, that is the mermaid. That is to show you that they were trying to inherit our tradition as well. Tradition that most of us are ashamed of today. This is the masquerade, Zangbeto. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. Zangbeto, and this is a reference in real life. Now, this drum was being beaten. Shana beaten. This drum was being lured at exactly 12 a.m. whenever a new king was being throned in Badagry. Now, most of my supporters know I create different kind of content because I believe anything can be entertaining and educative as well. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. It means a lot, guys. It keeps us going.